Hello, hello. Welcome to a horror console, your weekly podcast where we talk about books, games, food, and stuff that caught our attention during the week. My name is Corpse, and with me is my beautiful co-host and undead fiancé, Karradyne.
I just spit all over my computer. You took away my thunder with my different style of introducing myself every time.
I just came up with that shit while I was in the kitchen getting myself some water for recording.
Literally, just now.
How are you doing, Karradyne?
I am really tired. How are you?
I'm exhausted. Work this week has beaten me down, so...
It's those final weeks before vacation, and it's like our bodies know that it's almost vacation time. It's like, let us give you a really fucking hard time. Until then...
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Yep.
But, good thing is that on the weekends we don't really do anything.
That's nice.
If I'm not working. Help. So you got a lot of reading done this weekend.
I did. I read so much this week. It is literally October 7th, and as of today, I have already read 5 books this month. I don't know who I am.
Is that because of the podcast?
Mostly, yes. But it's also thanks to audiobooks and the miracle that is that medium.
Nice.
Yeah, super, super awesome. But yeah, I read so much this week. My favorite book of the week, not the book that I'm talking about today, but I have to mention it, was The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. It published, well, right now it was yesterday, but when you listen to this, it will be earlier this week. So it published on the 6th by Tor Books. It is so fucking good. I don't know what to say about this one, just like with Dune, but this is in a good way. It was so good that I'm left speechless. But it's perfect for Spoopy Month. It's about a girl who makes a deal with the devil and gets to live forever. But at what price?
Does she get a golden fiddle?
She gets a wooden ring.
That's not as good as a golden fiddle.
You definitely can't trade that in for any money, unfortunately.
No.
Get a couple splinters, but that's about it.
Yeah. Can you imagine getting a splinter in your ring finger?
No, I don't even want to think about
it.
It makes me cringe. It makes me think just on the inside crease. Oh, no.
Luna just batted her head and her ears touched my leg. It felt weird. I don't think I like that, Luna.
She's the sweetest baby.
So you were reading a lot of books this weekend. I basically was a potato. I didn't do much.
We were both potatoes.
I didn't even start this week's game until like late Sunday night.
I didn't start this week's book until Saturday morning.
Because the thing is, I was playing Fire Emblem all weekend on the 3DS. Luna, stop that, please. Thank you. She's scratching our floors again. So I didn't start the game because I was caught up playing Fire Emblem on the 3DS, Fire Emblem Awakening. We did a little bit of a post on it on our Instagram. And I think I'm probably going to review this game, but I think I'm going to do a Patreon review, just record maybe 15, 20, 30 minutes talking about Fire Emblem, what I love, what I hated, the characters, the story, make it a full spoiler review and just post it there.
Gonna talk about what kept you on the toilet for an hour?
Yes. I'm so obsessed with this game right now that I think I'm on chapter 16. I don't know how many chapters there are, but basically each time you go into a major battle, that counts as a chapter. It moves the story along.
Like a book.
I'm about 20 hours in, and I can safely say that at least 15 of those hours have just been running back and forth in the map fighting enemies that pop up so I can level up my characters and do all this crazy shit. And not even advancing the story, and I'm having such a great time with it.
That's awesome.
It even made me want to pop Fire Emblem Warriors back into the Switch and take it for another spin, but I don't think I want to go down that rabbit hole again, because one Fire Emblem is enough.
Amen.
Yeah. And we also did a little bit of shopping this weekend. We went to Aldi.
Our favorite place. Our new favorite place. We didn't appreciate the magic that is Aldi until pretty recently when we went in and bought what would have cost us like $100 at Walmart for $33. It was amazing.
The thing is that before I met Karradyne, I was telling her that I used to do all my shopping at Aldi. And for some reason, I stopped when we started dating. I don't know why.
I don't know. Apparently, I'm more bougie than you with my Walmart trips.
Hey, Walmart has everything we need.
This is true. This is true. That's the thing. Every time we need to go get groceries, we also need things like body wash or toilet paper. Or I know Aldi has some of those things, but Aldi does not have my pink peony body wash that I insist on using.
That's true.
Excuse me.
I was blown away at the fact that we got, what was it, 11 pork chops for $5.
That was crazy.
And we went again later on in the weekend because we were like, holy shit, maybe we should really go do a full grocery trip. And
unfortunately, they don't have everything that we needed. Like, Aldi doesn't carry sriracha, and I don't know why.
And they also don't carry, ragu? And their version.
No, they have pasta sauce. They do not carry the brand ragu, and their Priano or whatever it is, Alfredo sauce is disgusting.
It tastes like batteries.
It's awful.
It tastes like batteries.
It's real bad.
But we bought pork chops and
wine.
My
favorite wine. They have my favorite wine for only $6.99.
Is that what you're drinking right now?
Yes. I actually just finished it. I'm sad.
Oh, no.
I know. I need to go back to Aldi.
You need to go get something to wet your gullet in a little bit. And a little bit of news that actually makes me happy. We were sitting on the couch the other day, and I was going through our Novel Console Instagram account, which if you don't follow, you should go follow because please follow us. I saw that.
We need all the support we can get.
I saw that my favorite local band, Leaving Haven, posted an announcement that a new song is going to be coming out Friday, which is when you're listening to, so today. And it's going to be on all music streaming sites. So you're going to be able to probably listen to it wherever you're listening to this. And please go listen to them because I love them. They are really, really good. And the way we found out about them was because Karradyne got some really cheap
tickets?
Cheap tickets.
Cheap shit.
She got some cheap tickets.
I mean, it was kind of cheap shit in the end.
To go see...
Theory of a Dead Man. Toad.
They are toads. They are...
Hey, okay, I liked Theory of a Dead Man when they first became a thing. And I was obsessed with them because they may or may not have been discovered by my number one celebrity crush at the time.
Chad Kroeger?
It's technically pronounced Kruger. Like Nightmare on Elm Street. Am I getting those characters right? I don't watch scary movies, so I don't know. Yes? Okay,
yes.
Kruger.
It's not on Christmas.
But it is, I said the right movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that the reason why you like them?
That's not why I like them. That's why I started listening to them. But then I grew to like them because I actually liked their music, not just because they were linked with him.
I feel like all the hate Nickelback gets is misplaced.
Because of Chad?
Yeah, it's misplaced. It should be going towards Theory of That Man because, Jesus Christ, they are fucking pretentious and their music fucking sucks.
The lead singer is very pretentious.
He's a
We
fucking
did discover
doughhole.
that in this concert. Go ahead and say what pissed you off the most. He literally... Like, I swear that he sits there and stews on this all the time. It made him so mad.
So, Karradyne, let's just tell the story and the whole story of the concert. Karradyne says, I got tickets, let's go. What band is it? Theory of a Dead Man. Fuck. Okay.
Oh, but it's better than Nickelback because I'm not going to go to that with you. I swear, I'm still convinced that you lied to me about not being able to get off work to go with me to
No,
that
I
concert.
wish I would have been able to go to Nickelback because it's Nickelback.
I mean,
Even though if
Nickelback,
everybody says they hate it, but they
put
secretly
on
love
a,
it.
right,
It's
they
just
put
like
on a really good show.
it's just like Creed. Everybody says that Creed is lame, but everybody loves Creed.
Except everybody hates Creed more than Nickelback.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, interesting. So anyways, she says, I got tickets. I'm like, I fucking hate them, but all right.
He doped himself up on Jack and Coke all night. What does it matter?
Yeah, because they had the Jack and Cokes at $20 with the souvenir cup. And
The Hard Rock.
At the Hard Rock, and they loaded that shit up.
Yes, they did. They were very strong.
And I got one. We sat down. Leaving Haven opened up for them, and they just looked like they were having a ball. They were having the time of their life. Their music was actually good. And I remember the bass player's bass strap broke, so she had to lay on the floor and play the bass guitar.
I thought that was the most ridiculous thing I'd ever seen in my life.
And she was playing on the floor, and everybody, all the other guitar players, just laid on the floor to play there with her.
It was so... I don't even have words.
It was a fun show. It was great. And then they get off this stage. I follow them on all their socials, and Theory of a Dead Man comes on. I go get another Jack and Coke. I sit back down. I was like, okay, let me give them a chance. Let me see if I can find one song at least that I like from them. Because everything that I've heard on the radio from them, I fucking hate.
That was when they were constantly playing that stupid
Medicaid song.
Yeah. Oh god.
Your friends
Ew,
are
that's an
high right
awful
now.
song.
Your priest is high right now. Superman is high right now.
I
It's
didn't
like,
even
fuck
remember those
off.
lyrics.
Shut the fuck up, dude. And they start playing. I'm hating all the songs. They played
did
one
like
song.
one.
They played one song that it said something underwater. That's all I remember.
I
And
don't remember what song it was.
that song was actually pretty decent. And this stupid fucking old people.
Old lady, okay? This woman had to have been pushing 80. 80! Was standing, and it's in the Hard Rock at City Walk here in Orlando. I don't know if any of you have ever been into their concert arena area, but once you get up into that balcony area, like,
I mean, if the person
the
in
view
front
is
of
not
you,
good.
if the person in front of you is standing, you're not going to see shit.
No.
And she was like across the walkway from us, and she was standing the whole time, just waving her hands at the stupid fucking music.
Swaying her whole body like old ladies are wont to do. The guy next to us got to the point where they were like trying to chuck their trash at her head, even though she was like she was a walkway plus like 3 or 4 aisles in front of us, and she was still blocking our entire view.
And the thing that pissed me off most about the concert, apart from the fucking old lady, was this fucking dillhole of a lead singer, whatever the fuck his name is.
It was shortly after...
Chris Cornell and Chester had recently passed away.
And his name is Tyler Connolly.
Fuck him.
Tyler Connolly? Tyler.
He's a Tyler. Most Tylers fucking suck. He stands up and like he's wearing his douchebag sunglasses indoors in this dark venue.
You don't have any room to talk about wearing your sunglasses indoors.
I'm blind.
Maybe he is too.
Fuck him. And he just grabs the microphone and he says, well, the other day I was thinking about Chris Cornell and, Chester Bennington. And everybody's starting to go crazy.
Thinking that he's going to play a cover.
And he just says, well, here's one of my songs. He's like, where the fuck were you going with that? What was your...
He literally just said he was thinking about them and then goes into another Theory of a Dead Man song.
A not good one. A not good one.
Could have at least, sang the opening line to Numb or something. Something.
Shit, you could have just played the chords for Black Hole Sun.
Something.
But no, it's like, I was thinking about them, but here's one of my songs. It was like, where the fuck were you going with that? What was your point, you stupid asshole? It's like, let's get out of Theory of a Dead Man. They pissed me off so much.
I need you to get the good juju back.
Shitty ass band.
Oh, I'll never make you go see them again, I promise.
Thank you. And we did a little listener post on Instagram a couple of days ago. We said that we wanted to hear from you, the listeners. And one person commented, her name on Instagram is Simply Sydney Grace. She said that she recently bought Animal Crossing New Horizons. And she says that she may be addicted to it.
Is that the one on the Switch?
Yeah. That's the one that I was playing nonstop in March.
That literally everyone is still addicted to.
Yeah, the one where I would sit down and say, okay, I'm going to play something. But let me check on Animal Crossing. And I would spend 5 hours inside Animal Crossing. Oh, fucking turnips.
That's the one where Elijah Wood went to someone else's island and he bought their turnips, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
I should have played that game.
I
should have been besties with Elijah Wood.
Sure. If you say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game is really fun. I had to get rid of it because I was not doing anything. I wasn't.
All he was doing was checking the prices of turnips.
Checking the prices of turnips, going in, checking to see if my trees had fruits.
Bitching about the lion.
That fucking lion. Lionel is such an ugly character. He would not leave my island.
He literally sent me a text one day while I was at work. Like, this motherfucker, he's the worst neighbor ever, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, why are you talking about Wes like that? Wes never did anything to nobody.
No, Wesley's cool. I'm not talking about Wes. I'm talking about this fucking Lionel.
In a video game.
The thing is, I was finishing my island. All I needed was one last villager. And Tom Nook said, hey, there's somebody in the campsite. Go talk to them. And I went to talk to them. And accidentally, I invited them to the island. I was like, oh, shit, fuck. Let me just turn it off. Wait a day. Come back. See if he's still there. He was still there. Okay, let me wait another day. I waited another day. The motherfucker was still there. I was like, do I really have to invite him?
I don't understand how this game works. You don't have to explain
I invited.
It's fine.
He moved in. Mm-hmm. What pisses me off is that his house was the coolest looking one of them.
Oh, no.
I built his house all the way on top of the mountain, away from everyone, right in front of a pond, so it would be hard for him.
Stay away from me.
So it would be hard for him to get in and out of his fucking house. Mm-hmm. And, Jesus Christ, his house is so cool. He has, like, this city sky view, like, nighttime sky view wallpaper. He has, like, this really cool hot tub, like, the speakers, everything. Super cool house, and he is just a fucking chode. You know what I would do to him to try to get him to leave?
What?
I wouldn't talk to him for days.
That's so mean.
Whenever he would approach me to try to talk to me and give me something, he would give me something, and I would just start beating him with the bug-catching net. Just, like, whacking him over and over again. He would complain.
So mean.
He was like, why are you hitting me? I was like, just fucking get out of my island. I would report him to citizen services to get him out. And they're like, who's annoying? I was like, Lionel, what's he doing? He's being mean to me. He's like, okay, I'll talk to him. If they would have asked me why he's being mean, I would have said, because he's existing. I want him to go away and die.
Poor Lionel.
Fuck Lionel. Fucking ugly ass lion. I was cool with all my other villagers. They were all adorable. Even the pink kangaroo that looked like a stuffed animal was adorable. The little wolf girl was really cool. Even the ugly little toad was still pretty cool. But this dude was a fucking eyesore. I hate Lionel so much. Please go away. Hopefully if I ever get the game back and I start over, I can see my island again with everybody still there and Lionel's gone. But with my luck, Lionel's still probably going to be there.
Waiting for you.
It's time for book talk.
It is. Is Hocus Pocus and the all-new sequel. Yes, that is the actual title of the book. Hocus Pocus and the all-new sequel by A.W. Jantha. It was published by Freeform. I know, I had a question mark too.
The channel?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes. I like triple checked this thing. I was like, what? Am I crazy? But I mean, it is a Disney book. And anyway, it was published on July 10th, 2018, and pretty sure it's another one that I told you about, and you, like, went to Target and bought it for me that day, and I just not read it. 2 years later.
Did I get it? I think I got that at Barnes & Noble.
No, I'm pretty sure you got this one at Target. Because I'm pretty sure when it first published, it was like a Target exclusive for a hot minute. Something like that. I don't remember exactly. Anyway, so the first part of the book is literally as the title suggests. Hocus Pocus. It is basically a screenplay because it is literally an exact replica of the movie. I did not notice any differences at all except one line where they toss in a mention of a fourth Sanderson sister because it plays into the sequel. Literally the only thing
Really?
that is different.
That's kind of crazy. Because, yeah, we saw the movie this weekend.
Yes, we said we were gonna. I was gonna make him watch it, and he held up his end of the bargain.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't a struggle. It wasn't bad by any means. It was just not my cup of tea.
He looked miserable the entire time.
I get why people like the movie.
I told him the whole time if he had just seen it when he was younger, he would understand. If he had just seen it when he was like 10, he would have loved it.
Nope.
I wish you could go ask 10-year-old you. I think he would say differently.
He probably would have hated it. I mean, 10-year-old me wanted to watch Samurai Jack, not Sanderson sisters.
What about like 7-year-old you? What about pre-Crystal Chris? Would pre-Crystal Chris have liked Hocus Pocus?
I doubt it. I probably was wanting to watch Dexter's Lab or something like that.
Oh, whatever.
Not Hocus Pocus. I was terrified of everything when I was a kid. So.
But see, the thing is, I don't think this is a scary movie at all. And then, like, so my friend, my books to bestie, I feel like I've talked about her every episode now, Erin, at Reading in Fairyland, there's the $5 that you mentioned last time. She said she's going to catch up, so she'll hear this eventually.
So she hasn't paid yet?
No, she hasn't.
That debt is mounting.
Anyway.
Real quick.
So she has 3 kids. Age ranges, I think, 6 to maybe 10. I'm going to feel really bad. I can't remember how old the oldest is. Oh, poop. They're young. They're young children. And she's asking me, like, how scary it is. And I'm giving her my synopsis. I'm like, well, there is this little girl who gets the life sucked out of her in the beginning, and she does die. But she gets her happy ghost reunion at the end.
That's right. They killed the little girl at the beginning of the movie.
At the very beginning. But I'm like, it's so funny that you don't even really think about the fact that she's dead until you see her ghost at the end.
You know what I think was funny? They were like hanging them, and all they're asking is, "Where's the boy? Where's the boy?" It's like, we don't care about the girl, even if she's dead. Where's the boy?
That's why got my tongue.
That's why we're killing you
because of Thackeray.
Because Thackeray.
I cannot tell you how many times in my childhood I just thought it was Winifred's buck teeth and her lisp that she was calling him Thackeray.
No, his name is actually Thackeray.
Thackeray Binks.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, God. So, yeah. I gotta be honest, I was a little bit bored with the Hocus Pocus part of the book. Just because, like I said, it is a word-for-word, play-by-play of the movie. And although I love it, it is pretty damn cheesy, and sometimes I know I'm gonna be burned at the stake. It's a little bit cringy, and I don't really want to read it. I'll sit there and watch it all day long, cringy. But I don't want to read it.
You know, I really didn't like the inconsistencies in the movie.
Oh, boy. Every time he wanted to point it out.
I was like watching the movie, and then something would happen, and immediately it would take me out, and I would be like, that's wrong.
It's like, okay, so we can all picture the very beginning of the movie. Thackeray wakes up first thing in the morning. He runs into the woods to find Emily. He gets to the house. Middle of the night. The house is just inside the woods. What the hell happened?
And then the other part near the end of the movie where the witches are like flying to the kid's house.
Yeah.
And it's
when
like
the book is open.
Yeah, and the sun's like coming up, and it's kind of like dawn.
Yes, but then it's middle of the night again.
And it's not even middle of the night. It's like purple middle of the night.
Right, because the sun doesn't start to come up until they're in the graveyard at the very end of the movie.
It's like, what? What are these inconsistencies? Like,
It was 1992.
What the hell are you guys doing?
One, whatever. Oh,
but
God.
I did find, out of the entire movie, I did find 2 scenes that were very funny.
He did. He giggled.
The first one was when Mary asked Winifred if she would have felt better if she hit her. Because that just reminded me of me and my sister. I would do something and my sister would be crying. It's like, here, hit me, and we were even.
I'm pretty sure I did that with Belle before. I'm like, punch me. Oh.
We're just punching each other.
We
Jesus
were so
Christ.
mean to each other.
I don't think I was that mean to Crystal.
Well, I mean, I feel like 2 girls, we can get away with it a little bit better than a big brother and a little sister. Punch the shit out of her as soon as somebody wasn't looking.
Call me Cockmaster.
Oh, God. Anyway.
The other part that I laughed at was when... you tell it, because I really don't know how to explain it.
I don't remember exactly how the scene goes, but it's when one of the kids insults Winifred and she's like crying. She's like, yes, that really hurt my feelings.
She doesn't even know me.
Yes. Oh, gosh. I think it's when... Is it when Danny calls them ugly? I think probably. I can't remember.
Yeah,
it's always something to do with their looks.
Yeah, they call her, like, ugly. Yeah, it was the little girl, right?
Danny. Yeah. I think so.
He calls her ugly inside and out or something, and then she starts crying because of it.
Mm-hmm. It was lovely. So yeah, back to the book. The sequel was actually pretty darn cute. And it is essentially what I based my entire rating on, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Oh, one more thing I forgot about the movie.
Yes.
Like I was saying earlier, I didn't hate the movie. Mm-hmm. I understand why people like it. To me, it gave me really hardcore Paper Brigade vibes.
I don't know what the fuck Paper Brigade is.
Just imagine Hocus Pocus, but without the witches and a paper route, and the bullies have a car.
That's not Hocus Pocus.
It's basically the same thing. New kid comes into town. He makes a nerd friend.
Okay, there we go.
That has a paper route. He's after a girl. The girl ends up liking him. Bullies are in the way.
It's a cute, typical 90s movie.
Yeah, I can see why people like it, but it's just not for me.
I love it. Watch it on repeat. So the sequel actually follows Max and Allison's child, Poppy, who's now in high school, and she hates Halloween because she knows all about her parents' and aunt's history with it. And even though she is very skeptical about the whole ordeal and their sanity, she gets herself into a little bit of trouble. So Halloween falls on a blood moon. Fun fact, this year Halloween falls on a blue moon because there are 2 full moons this month. Huh. That rarely happens.
Isn't the full moon happening right now?
I think there was a full moon last weekend. I think it was the 1st.
Because people are acting like assholes.
I mean, there are 2 full moons in 1 month. No wonder. So, where was I? Okay, so Halloween falls on a blood moon. And because the denizens are super paranoid and don't want anything to happen to the youth of Salem, they decide to break their tradition of not celebrating Halloween to throw a huge party and contain everyone at their house so that nothing can happen with the witches, even though they were supposedly turned to stone and went poof. So Poppy and her 2 friends decide to take a fucking Ouija board to the Sanderson house.
Why haven't they demolished that damn house yet?
Because it's a museum. It's a historical site.
Demolish it.
History. Okay, so let me just tell you how well this whole Ouija board situation goes. I don't believe in these things, but you better bet your ass I am never, ever going to test out a Ouija board. Never. Okay, so back to the book. I don't want to spoil the rest of the story for you, but I will tell you that the Sandersons do, in fact, have a 4th sister who pretty heavily plays into this new cute story. And I hope they do make an actual film sequel, because I feel like this story would translate really well to the screen. It's like the same types of humor, the same kind of silly and simple magic that wouldn't require too many special effects. And one of the things I particularly loved is that Poppy has a crush on one of her friends who happens to be a girl. But would Disney incorporate that?
Of course they would.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think they would. They had this show called Charlie with a Chance. And in one episode, Charlie was a baby. She has a play date with one of her schoolmates. And when the parents come to drop the kid off, it's two women.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and after that, they've slowly been adding in same-sex couples into their show. That was like the first major one that everybody freaked out about.
Oh, please.
But
come on, did none of you watch Will and Grace?
certainly Disney Channel did not play Will and Grace.
Well, you know what I mean, though. Come on. I mean, like, I am very pro almost everything. But, like, at the end of the day, this is a more prevalent thing now. Wouldn't you want your kids to know, like, what they're going to see out in the world?
Not to be weirded out and be fucking awkward about it.
Exactly. Anyway.
Now, I do have a question.
What?
Oh,
God, don't you dare. This is a Disney book.
Is Sarah Jessica Parker still boy crazy?
Oh, I thought you were going to ask me if there was dick in here. Although I guess that's about as close as you get.
No, it's probably in Sarah Jessica Parker.
She is still boy crazy in the sequel. She definitely, like, tries to mess around with Poppy's little male friend, who I think was also gay, if I remember correctly. So that makes it even more awkward. Boys will love me, not this boy.
Nope.
Maybe one of the girls will, but not the boys.
So what else do you want to say about the book?
It was really cute. If you're a Hocus Pocus fan, I would definitely recommend it. But the second half, don't read Hocus Pocus.
Just skip the first half?
Yeah, just skip it. That's fine.
Yeah, you really went through this book real quick.
I did. It helped that the Hocus Pocus part was something I already knew. I was like, oh, this happened, this happened, this happened. Yeah.
So what would you rate the book?
Overall, I gave it 4 stars. Definitely not a 5-star, but still
enjoyable.
Cute. Kept my attention. Yeah.
Excellent. All right, so I guess it's time to move on to games and stuff. Take it slow with the intro. So for this week's game...
What week's game?
This week's game, we got MediEvil. Just didn't want to say Dick's Weeks.
Well, we didn't get to talk about Dick when we talked about the book, so...
I mean, it was inside Sarah Jessica Parker, so...
That's so nasty.
We got MediEvil was originally released on PlayStation 1 on October 21st, 1998.
Did you play it all those years ago?
I think I played a demo at a buddy of mine's house. I do remember playing a little bit of it. I remember not knowing what to do, and that's about it. After the release in October 21st, 1998, it received a reimagining for PSP in 2005. So it's basically the same story with a few different changes. And then a full-fledged remake on PS4, which released on October 25th, 2019. The remake was developed by Other Ocean Emeryville and published by Sony Interactive, and I played the PS4 version. It's a hack-and-slash game in which you control a resurrected soldier named Sir Daniel Fortescue, who is trying to gain hero status by defeating the evil wizard who is attempting to take over the land of Gallowmere. You can collect multiple different weapons from previous heroes by collecting chalices and trading them for weapons. It has swords, clubs, hammers, and axes, as well as ranged weapons like spears and arrows. The graphics in this game have a huge Nightmare Before Christmas vibe.
I can agree with that, because I sat with him through the intro and through the first little part of the game while I was actually finishing up the Hocus Pocus sequel, and I can see that.
So everything is dark, bright, and colorful at the same time. I don't know how they do that, but it looks
awesome.
great. Everyone has their own sort of shape. Nothing feels uniform, and it literally looks as if you Tim Burton'd Ghouls and Ghosts, which is...
I mean, Ghouls and Ghosts are already Tim Burton, I feel like.
Ghouls and Ghosts is a NES and Super Nintendo game.
Oh.
That is extremely hard. I can probably show it to you. I think it's free on one of the Switch's services.
I thought we were just talking about literal ghouls and ghosts.
It's called Ghouls and Ghosts. But yeah, it looks like if Tim Burton would have taken that game and just like done his weird shit with it. I'm not a fan of Tim Burton or Halloween in general, but while playing this game, I understood the appeal for the holiday.
Why are we even together? We literally almost got married on Halloween. We literally only changed to the day before because Saturday is so much more expensive than Friday.
But what did I tell you?
This was going to make you appreciate the holiday because we'd have something to celebrate.
Exactly. So I'm a romantic motherfucker.
Yes, he really is. Bless his heart.
But yeah, no, like I was actually playing it, and I was in this one stage where it's kind of like a pumpkin patch. Jesus Christ, my mouth is being stupid.
It's always happening.
My mouth is always stupid.
Kerrigan. Or whatever the hell you called me, Karradyne.
Cardigan. So yeah, I was in a pumpkin patch, fighting all these pumpkins and all these monsters, and I see like all of the backgrounds and all the level design and stuff. I'm like, holy shit, this is actually really fucking cool. This is awesome. This looks really good. Like, I understand why people like the aesthetic of the holiday.
Yeah. It's a really pretty game.
It is. It's really, really pretty. My favorite part about how it looks is the animations. I fucking love them. Everything is so fluid. It has a bit of a stretchy nature to it, kind of like a Saturday morning cartoon. Sir Daniel Fortescue's walk animation is bouncy like an accordion. So he's kind of like walking, and he's kind of got like a little horse gaunt.
He reminded me of Paul, but Karradyne calls him Paul.
From 90 Day Fiancé.
Yes, with his little run and his little skull head. It was so cute.
It's funny because every time you jump, his head and his neck bones disconnect from each other.
It's so
and then
cute.
When he lands, they all kind of like come back together. And sometimes when you stop, he just like starts looking around, and like his head turns around completely around to look behind. He goes back.
That's awesome.
When you have your sword out and you're swinging it, he like flails wildly, like he's all over the place swinging that sword.
The flailing was so adorable.
And then when you're getting different swords, he kind of starts refining his swing a little bit, but it's still kind of all over the place.
Stabbing in the dark.
Basically, he only has one good eye. The sound design in the game, the music is amazing.
It was really
awesome. It is Nightmare Before Christmas, but better. There's a specific part near the beginning of the game when you're in a church fighting a glass demon. And once you unlock the glass demon where you can go fight him, like the music starts ramping up. It starts bumping, and it's kind of like this rock choir, Halloween-y music. And holy shit.
I think that was actually the last thing I watched you do before I left, and it was that demon looked amazing.
Yeah, it was stained glass demon. It was so cool
it was
looking.
so cool.
And you were actually like reading the ending of the book.
I was literally finishing
while
it while you were playing that.
While the music was playing, and you were like, "Oh, this music is perfect for the book."
Yeah, because it was pretty intense there at the end.
The gushing sword strikes against the monsters are satisfying, even if the sensation of hitting the monsters really isn't there. The sound makes up for it. So that's. I always like a little bit of feedback when I hit something in a game, but there really isn't. But the noise is just spot on. And one of my favorite parts is the rattling armor that Daniel wears while he's walking. It sounds like exactly you would expect for bones inside a suit of armor to sound when he's walking.
He's so cute.
It's like metal rattle. Gameplay. This game is fun as hell to play. Exploring the stages for hidden secrets and rewards is fulfilling. Fighting the monsters, it's not deep, but it's still very fun. figuring out the simple puzzles it has is kind of addicting, and the little bit of platforming it has is done right. I will say that it is genius of the original creators to have added a little bit of a puzzle element to the combat when it comes to regular enemies.
What does that mean?
So, basically, all the enemies, you can kill them with your sword strikes.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a few weapons that you have that work better on some enemies. For instance, there's this one giant enemy who has a lot of armor, and you can't really kill it. So what you have to do is just knock it into the water so that it drowns.
What?
And you can do that by throwing the spears at him, or by taking out your hammer and just smacking the shit out of him with the hammer.
But you got to figure out that you need to put him in the water.
Yeah, because there's a gargoyle that eggs Daniel on by telling him that he's a worthless loser, which he is.
That's so sad.
And he says you can't kill them, so you're going to have to figure out what you got to do, but you can't kill them. Because the thing is, if you get close to them, they push you back and knock you into the water. And so that part, I thought it was really cool.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
How would a skeleton drown?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Poor Daniel. Sounds like he would figure out a way to do it.
He would.
Poor little guy. I'm telling y'all, I watched the full intro, and it was so funny watching the poor guy die. Like, as soon as he walked out onto the battlefield, leading his troop, boom, he's the first to go down before he even makes it to the enemy line.
Now, my problems with the game, I have like 3 complaints about the game that aren't even really complaints.
I have a complaint, too.
What's your complaint?
That phallic chin.
You want to stroke that?
That was
chin.
Disgusting.
That's the
He was the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That wizard, he had a very phallic chin with a spike at the end of it.
Very phallic.
My complaints are, I wish that there was ammo drops for the ranged weapons. You know, once you run out, you run out. You have to buy them from merchant gargoyles. If you don't have enough money, you can't buy them, which I wish there was more money drops in the game, at least so that you can make up for that ammo drop. And I wish it had a checkpoint system. The wishing for the checkpoint system comes from dying near the end of the stages and having to start them all over again. I mean, the stages are short enough that you can probably go through one in like 5 minutes.
But still,
just figuring it all out, having to do it again and all that shit, that's kind of annoying. And I also wish that the health bottles would refill in between stages, because sometimes you finish a stage with very little health, and then you start the next one and you die immediately, and you have to go to another stage so you can find a health pool to fill up everything. You know, that's a little bit annoying. My praises for the game, this game impressed me. It broke all my expectations that I had of it. I thought it was some knockoff Nightmare Before Christmas game, but it ended up being one of the most fun games I've played this year.
It's adorable.
I like all the little touches and funny bits the game has, like the gargoyles' heads who keep chastising and ridiculing Daniel, and the rest of the heroes. There's this one particular part where you go into the Hall of Heroes to give the chalices so you can get a weapon, and one of the gargoyles, they kind of talk like Smeagol, like Gollum. So they says we thinks, and we knows, and stuff like that. So it says something along the lines of low income shoppers can only shop on the first floor.
What?
Low income heroes or something like that. And
that's so mean.
And high income heroes are allowed on the top floors. Please don't go to the top floors because you're a low income hero.
Poor Daniel.
And I love how Daniel is just a loser who is trying to redeem himself. I love how when Daniel talks to the heroes, they make fun of him and make him frustrated with their funny comments. One of the funniest things is when they're just making fun of him, and he's like, "Get on with it," and they're like, "Here, just take my bow." He's like, "Yes, please." And I love when Daniel talks. Since he doesn't have a jaw, he talks and sounds like if he didn't have a jaw, and all his voice comes out from inside his armor. So it's tinny, metally, rattly, no jaw talking.
Poor guy. He's just really on the struggle bus.
This game is... Oh my god, it's so much fun. Overall, I fucking love this game. It's fun, funny, creative, and now I understand all the love it receives from the fans. I haven't finished the game yet, but I'm planning on doing it as soon as we're done recording. Seeing all the amazing modern game design ideas like different weapons and bottles of extra health really shocked me that this was originally a PlayStation 1 game.
I cannot believe that I finished my book and you didn't finish your game.
Well, the game's 10 hours long. I thought I was going to have enough time.
You know how slow I am?
Yeah.
But I've read 5 books. Anyway.
This game gets 5 stars.
Maybe I'll have read 10 by Friday. When this is posted. No, that's not going to happen.
No,
but still.
Friday is like 2 days away.
I know. A girl can dream.
Yeah, 5 stars. Amazing game. You haven't played it, you can get it for super cheap. It's a remake of
awesome.
A game. Oh, and one of the coolest parts is once you finish the game, you actually unlock the original MediEvil, the PlayStation 1 version.
Oh.
So you can go through it and see what the difference are and just be blown away because it's funny, it's adorable, and it's an amazing, goofy Halloween game.
That's awesome.
All right, so you know what time it is?
I do.
What time is it?
Give me the garbage.
Give me the garbage time.
You threw me off. You're not supposed to ask me that question. Oh, you asshole.
All right, it's time for Give Me the Garbage.
He has stolen all of my fucking thunder today, and I'm not okay with it. I didn't feel good earlier, but I got myself back to my regular peppy, feel-good self for nothing.
What do you mean
Just for him
nothing?
to steal all of my tunders.
Your thunders.
My thunder.
Your thunder.
Chris has a problem with THs.
Yeah, I do. I say tree.
But that's okay, because English is not his first language, so he gets to say whatever the fuck he wants.
I feel like Sofia Vergara. Do you know how smart I am in Spanish? Not very.
She's so wonderful.
I am not very smart in Spanish either.
All right, so this week, the restaurant we want to talk about is WingStop. I should preface this all by saying that I did not eat wings before I met Chris. It felt like a chore, to be quite frank. Why should I eat them when I can just eat some chicken tenders? I don't understand. But he took me to WingStop a couple times and tried a couple different flavors. He's introduced me to a lot of food throughout our relationship.
You know, there's a difference between wings and chicken tenders. It's because that when you cook the wings, the flavor from the bone goes into the meat.
Why do I need flavor from a bone?
Because of the marrow and everything inside the bone.
Why do I need marrow?
Why do you use chicken bones to make chicken stock?
I don't make chicken stock.
Anyways, that's the real reason why wings are better than tenders.
Okay, I believe you now. I just didn't understand then. Anyway, I tried a couple different flavors. I tried their tenders. I tried mix and match. I still felt really about it. I say mix and match because I have learned the magic that is flats only. I hate drumsticks.
I love drumsticks.
I do not. I feel like you get way more fat on them little bitches.
I love the fat.
Nope, you can't even think about it. Okay, anyway. But one day, here's where it all changed. He ordered some of their mango habanero flavored wings, and he was crying and unable to finish them. But he let me try one and told me I wasn't going to be able to eat it. Bitch was wrong. He was so wrong. I fell in love. That is literally all I will eat from there now. It is the best flavor ever.
Yeah, she always gets the mango habanero. I always try different sauces because I just can't decide which one, and I panic and choose a different one. This time I had the spicy Korean with the Louisiana rub. So I had 5 of one and 5 of the other, and I traded one of the Koreans for one of Karradyne's mango habaneros from Karradyne. And I gotta say, the mango habanero is delicious.
It is. It's
But
just that you can't handle it.
I can eat only one or two at the most.
Large quantities.
It is fruity. It has no kick until after 30 seconds.
And then boom.
That is pure fire. It's just fire. It's like, you ate me, fuck you. You die now.
It's so good while you're eating it. I mean, I think it's good all the time.
They're delicious, but...
Oh.
God, the fire.
So now the biggest thing with WingStop is that it can be pretty hit or miss, especially depending on who's cooking that night. But this week, we had what was essentially the best WingStop of our entire relationship.
Jesus Christ, it was.
It was perfect. We always order the wings and the fries extra well done so that they're crispy. And it's like they only listen to this half the time. And if they listen to it for one thing, they don't listen to it for the other. So we literally always get either crispy wings and soggy fries or crispy fries and soggy wings. Every fucking time.
It was the one time I got soggy wings and soggy fries.
Well, yeah, that happens too. But I feel like normally it's one or the other. It's not.
Yeah.
Less often is it both of them soggy.
I feel like they give us soggy shit when they're like busy.
Slammed. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like they're slammed all the time.
They pretty much are.
But I think Monday night is the thing. We need to only get Wingstops on Wingstops. Wingstop on Monday night.
I think they're always slammed because they don't make large batches of wings or fries at the same time. I think
everything's made to order.
Yeah. I think that's the problem.
Yeah.
Which it's good because you know you're going to get fresh food.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to get something that's been sitting there all day.
Exactly. But yeah, so this week it was a double fucking win. The wings were crispy, but also smothered. And I was like fanning my mouth at one point because I mean, I had a pool of mango habanero at the bottom of my container. And normally I'll like scrape my fries through it and then dip them in blue cheese as I'm finished. But I mean, I would have had mango habanero soaked fries if I'd done that this time. It was everywhere. Mm-hmm. Everywhere.
Now, you did have one of the spicy Koreans.
I did. So, it just kind of tasted like soy sauce and teriyaki sauce with a baby kick. Nothing really to write home to mama about. Now, this bitch wanted me to trade another one of my mango habaneros for one of his Louisianas so that he could have another mango.
No.
But I was not about to sacrifice.
So that you could talk about
you wanted another
Louisiana.
mango.
I could barely handle the first one.
I couldn't sacrifice 2 wings. But he also would be hungry if he only ate 9.
Exactly.
So,
so the spicy Korean, I had this like 3 orders ago from WingStop for the first time, and I fell in love with it. It is delicious teriyaki barbecue sauce with a hint of kick, and it just coats your mouth so perfectly, and it doesn't destroy your taste buds with fire. It is a nice little thin veil of spicy.
I think that's why I didn't like them all that much. It's because they're like a barbecue flavor, and I don't really like barbecued chicken.
And usually when I get a spicy type of wing, I get as spicy as I can handle, and I get some sort of palate cleanser like garlic parmesan, which those are amazing. They're coated in garlic and parmesan. How can it get better?
Mango habanero.
But again, 3 orders ago, I decided to try the Louisiana rub. And it has a really nice, dry Louisiana-style rub that has a nice palate-cleansing spicy flavor that doesn't overpower the spicy Korean. Basically, it just plays off of each other perfectly. It does its own thing while you're enjoying them, so you don't really have to fight both flavors and take a drink so that, you can calm down the fire.
Right.
The seasoning, I looked up what it has. It's basically red pepper, kosher salt, garlic powder, dried thyme, dried basil, onion powder, and black pepper. They are fucking delicious, and they are the perfect entry point for anybody that's looking to get into wings, like Karradyne was when we started dating.
And that was just a rub. It's not a sauce, right?
Yeah, it's just a rub.
See, I like the sauce. I mean, He picks on me all the time for my sauce.
I like the
addiction.
sauces because the spicy Korean is a sauce.
Yeah.
And the milds and the hots and all that shit in the original, they're sauces and they're good. Because they're kind of like a donut glaze over the wing, so it doesn't really seep into the wing and make it soggy.
Exactly.
And it has a nice...
Gives it like an oomph.
Yeah, it has a nice mouthfeel, you know? But I love rubs because they're just so packed with flavor. And, I mean, you can't go bad with a good rub anywhere.
I mean, oh my God. It definitely took me a second.
I think that's funnier than the joke.
You do realize that both of our mothers are like #1 listeners, right?
I mean, we're here.
Oh my God. No.
Let's continue. I don't want to start picturing that.
No.
Go to the fries. Go to the fries.
The fries. The fries, when done right, are perfectly crispy on the edges, but like soft but firm in the middle. I don't know how to explain that. They're just,
It's like the perfect fried fry.
Yeah.
It's like a hard coating, soft insides, really hot, and
soft but not soggy.
And the fucking fry seasoning that they use.
It is amazing. We always get the regular seasoning. You have all these different options for like Cajun shit. No. Always the regular
seasoning.
WingStop seasoning.
I looked up the recipe too. It is smoked paprika, garlic powder. I wrote garlic powder. Onion powder, seasoning salt, celery salt, kosher salt, sugar, and a bit of cayenne pepper.
We should try to make our own WingStop fries.
We should. And that sugar is what seals the deal.
It really is.
There's like
that little hint.
It's what brings everything together and makes it work perfectly.
No, what really brings everything together and makes it perfect is their cracked out blue cheese.
Yeah.
It is cracked out. It has these humongous chunks of blue cheese. I love to take one of my fries and fold it in half and use it as like a boat for all of the blue cheese crumbles.
It is really fucking good, that blue cheese. I mean, if you get anything else other than blue cheese, you might as well not eat there. Just go home.
Yes, don't even bother going to WingStop if you're going to get ranch, you pansy.
You used to get ranch when we started dating and going there.
I don't, the error of my ways, I have seen them. I've seen the error.
So, what are we going to rate WingStop?
Oh, this week, not every week, when it's done right.
Yeah.
It is 1,000% garbage.
Oh my God, so much garbage.
So good.
So much
I like
garbage.
literally just sat there all day yesterday and thought about my WingStop and how yummy it was and how I wish I could have more. But we broke, so we gotta eat them groceries that we bought at Aldi.
You know what's funny?
What?
That you told me that you were having a bad time with the wings because somehow it got all over your cheeks.
I always manage to get my wing sauce all over my cheeks and then my whole face is on fire. I get it everywhere. I get it on my nose, my cheeks, my chin. And then it feels like I have a sunburn. But we have aloe, so it's okay. I just put the aloe on my wing sauce spots, and I'm okay. Man, this really makes me sound like a pig. Oh, I just really love my wings. And it makes him laugh when he looks over and sees me with wing sauce all over my face.
It's funny.
He thinks I'm cute.
It's adorable. Luna's adorable, right, Luna?
Luna would cry if she ate
up.
that mango habanero sauce.
She woke up. She was sleeping.
Even though she begs for it, Luna really loves WingStop's fries. We gotta say that. She's a big fan.
She loves fries from anywhere.
We didn't really share many.
Except from Arby's. So today I had the French dip for the first time from Arby's, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
I was so blown away that I immediately texted Karradyne, and I was like, this shit is awesome. Oh my god, you need to try it. And somehow I convinced her. So we had that for dinner today.
We did.
It is
yeah.
a roast beef sandwich with Swiss cheese and an amazing au jus for dipping. This au jus is so flavorful and deep that it actually boosts the flavor of the roast beef to a whole different level.
Now, I had to confess to him on the way there that I've never actually had a French dip before. Never.
Which is weird, because I thought that we had gone to Teak once with my parents, and I got the French dip, and you tried it, but you might have not gone with us that one time.
I have no recollection of this. No, because the one time I went to you with your parents to Teak, you got that Godzilla burger from the secret menu.
No, I got
so you must be
the
thinking
peanut
about
butter.
some other girl.
No, you're the only girl they've met here.
Oh, yeah, your mom told me she didn't meet the other one when she was doing my hair.
Yeah. No, I had the peanut butter and jelly burger from
No, I
Teak.
thought you had the Godzilla burger.
I had the Godzilla when I went with Efra.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you positive?
I've only had the Godzilla once, and I think I'm only going to have the Godzilla once because that thing is difficult to eat.
Okay.
But yeah, I love French dips. I think Teak has one of the best French dips that I've had, and honestly, Arby's has no business having a French dip this good. This sandwich is amazing. One of my favorite parts is how the roast beef is really thin and very tender, and somehow it's still very, very moist, even without the au jus.
It was very moist. Maybe a little bit too moist. We had to bring it home, and it was a little...
Yeah, it sweated a little bit, but when I got it for lunch, I parked in the parking lot. I just ate it there. It was difficult to eat it in the in my work car, but I did it. And that au jus, it's so rich and flavorful, and it has so many layers of richness.
It tastes like French onion soup. I mean, it's really thin, but it is super flavorful. So it's just like a broth to dip the sandwich in, which I didn't realize until we got there.
That's what I told you. That's what a French dip is.
Never having French dip before.
Have you not paid attention to Guy when he eats French dips?
Have we watched Guy eat French dips?
We've watched
well,
him eat them
maybe
like
it's
3
been on
times.
one of those episodes where I had already pulled out my book and I wasn't paying attention.
Shame on you.
I know. But I will admit the roast beef was super flavorful. I was very surprised. I kind of expected it to be a little bland. And I also appreciated that I didn't have to, like, tear into it because it was very soft
very
and
soft.
forgiving.
Now, Arby's does have a really good gyro, which you had the turkey one.
Yeah, when we went to that Christmas thing.
Yeah, you should have had the original one because the original one is really good. I mean, those are like the top items from Arby's that I like the most.
I mean, I remember thinking it was fine. Their fries are like grease buckets, and I feel like that always ruins the whole experience. Tonight, I didn't even touch it, but just smelling it, I was almost Ralphing in the car.
Yeah, they're greasy
Disgusting.
fries. They're not good fries.
Not to mention,
I mean, I gave like 2 to Luna, and I was like, maybe I shouldn't give her
away.
anymore.
Them bitches don't know how to make sweet tea. It was the most revolting. I wish y'all could have seen my face. He was laughing his ass off at me. I took 2 sips of that thing. I took 1 sip. I was like, oh, that's not good.
You had your hair
Let me try it again.
You had your hair in a messy bun, and you looked like an angry pineapple.
I was a very, very angry pineapple. Y'all, I've gotten to the point where I don't even know why I bother in Florida to order sweet tea anywhere. But some places will get it right. But
Like
some
WingStop?
places, yes, like WingStop. WingStop always has it right. But like some places will get it right one time and then totally fuck it up the next. Like to the point where sometimes when we go out, I'll ask them, but how sweet is it? Like, is it slap your mama sweet? Or is it just, oh, it's got like a teaspoon of sugar in
I
it?
don't understand that expression, but okay. Slap your mama, sweet.
It's so good that it made you slap your mama.
So I think I would honestly love to give this French dip a Gorbich rating. But since Gorbich has to be unanimous,
Yeah.
it's going to get a very solid okay.
Yeah, It's fine.
because, damn.
It didn't blow me away or anything.
Oh, you haven't had a good French dip, fresh made, to your table, not to your bag and go home and eat it.
I told him he can get me another one as long as he's willing to get me a side and a drink from somewhere else.
Yeah, no, I think we should go to Teak, and we should get their French dips. That way you'll understand what a good French dip should be, and you will see how good this one is.
But we gotta go to Teak in Metro West.
Yeah, Metro West.
Never Maitland.
No, have Maitland one.
No.
I've been disappointed by that one too many times.
Very.
Like that one time we went to see the Packers.
That was an awful night.
The game was over and we still haven't gotten our food.
I mean, we'd been sitting there for like 2 hours.
The game was over and we still hadn't gotten our food.
No food. And then it was wrong.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No discount.
We still love Teak.
We do. Just not the Maitland Teak.
Anyway, that does it for Garbage. So let's get into some housekeeping. Our Patreon is live. I set it up. Please go support the show. As soon as you sign up, you're immediately entered into the monthly prize drawing. For this month, we have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1+2 Remake for whichever console you want. Remember, that's only on Xbox and PS4. And we have Anxious People.
By Frederick Backman. Frederick Backman. Whatever.
Yeah, we're actually giving away a bunch of Anxious People. So you're going to get a whole ton of millennials there. We might be in the group.
Giving away a bank robber, a rabbit head costume, and yeah.
House flippers.
A hostage situation.
Remember to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at A Novel Console. Please tell your friends and family members about the show. It will really help us grow if you do. And you can find us on major podcast listening platforms. You can also listen on YouTube by searching for A Novel Console. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. You can also email us at anovelconsole@gmail.com. And we will read your email on the show. And remember, our art was done by Metamorphic on Instagram. Do you want to say goodbye, Karradyne?
Goodbye, Karradyne. No, now it sounds lame after all that shit you did at the beginning.
Goodbye, everyone.